The other sort of thing that's kind of making its way through these different platforms now is Kraken announced their rollout of US equity trading. So we're kind of seeing the reverse now, where I think there's a lot of expectation for you know TradFi institutions and brokerages to offer like crypto services. Now we're seeing the inverse, where crypto focused trading platforms are offering equities and like more brokerage like features, which is interesting. I'm curious if you guys have any like big takeaways there. I know we've talked recently about this idea of like trading stocks on chain. I guess the big question is like, does that matter if all of these crypto platforms are going to offer their own equities trading and other market trading just on their platforms alongside the crypto?
A quick take. I think it's the same thing. We talked about this before, but like to get access to equities, it's already relatively easy in the US. And then maybe you're trying to branch into like a wider market, like with crypto, like young crypto holders who maybe don't own any equities. But at the end of the day, it's, on chain. I mean, Kraken and stuff is still going to be limited to certain markets for the US stocks. Whereas on chain, I guess anybody around the world with a wallet can purchase these, like from Pact or whatever, can purchase these chains. I think it's more like, we a few weeks ago we also talked about Nasdaq looking to go like 24/7 or 24/5 with their trading, and I think just as the demand for like 24/7 global access grows, it doesn't matter who you are, you want like a seamless all-in-one trading app, to have everything in one nice package. So I think, for Kraken and probably some of the others, it's expanding into equities is like a natural step for them. I think more excitingly, but it like paves the way for tokenized assets on that platform. So even though it might seem like these centralized exchanges are coming to eat the lunch of on-chain equities, they can actually be the gateway that opens up more tokenized assets to the masses.
Yeah, that's also my take. I think whenever sexes start doing something, then I imagine that more and more dexes will focus on listing those assets on their, I guess, not listing because it's mostly permissionless, but for perps dexes listing, for regular dexes, it might just be that more people want to tokenize it. I think you probably want to focus on. I know we mentioned Kraken, and I've historically said that Coinbase is slow. I think you probably want to focus on Coinbase in this scenario, though, because they have base. I imagine they're going to try and onboard as many equities as they can. And like on the technical side, it makes sense. Um, they hold a lot of the USDC for Coinbase on base, so it should like they are. I assume they already have a process for accounting and ensuring that this works out. So it should be relatively trivial for them to make this happen. If they actually do make it happen over the next year, we'll see. Like I said, they tend to take their time, but we'll see.
For me, the main takeaway is like the convergence between like fintech and crypto. Like there's been talk over the past year of Robinhood competing with Coinbase and other crypto platforms. And I think these cements like this convergence where Robinhood was like venturing into crypto more and more. And now you see centralized exchanges venturing on the TradFi side with stocks and ETFs and stuff like that. So I think over time you will see both of these platforms kind of having the same offerings and competing on the same ground. And my other takeaway is just what does this mean for platforms like Backed Finance, who offer like tokenized stock? Like for instance, Backed offers tokenized coin on Base. Like if Coinbase starts offering like tokenized coin, like what does this mean for Backed? Like do they still have an edge, or like do they become like are their services no longer needed?